everybody, so today I'm going to be doing the Bookish Scenarios book tag. And this tag was created by Lindsay Hart Books, and I'll be linking her video in the description box below, so go check it out once you're reviewing this one. So in this book tag, there are 7 scenarios that have to do with books, and they're very difficult to choose because I was sitting looking at my bookshelf trying to pick which books I'm going to put with which scenarios, and I was sitting there looking at my bookshelf for like 20 minutes because I'm like, what books do I pick? And I finally narrowed it down, so that's good. Since these scenarios are a little bit long, I'm just gonna read it off my phone, so yeah. So the first scenario is you had to get rid of all your books, and you can only keep one from each of these genres: contemporary, fantasy, nonfiction, and one other genre of your choosing. Which books do you keep? So for my contemporary, I picked Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins because this is the cutest book like I've ever read. It's so adorable, but the book cover sucks. Don't worry, they got changed, I swear. I just don't have the newest edition, which I'm really annoyed about because I have the other new editions of the rest of the Stephanie Perkins books, except this one. I need to get to it, but I don't want to spend the money. For fantasy, I'm gonna pick Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This book is so good. And Air of Fire, which is the most recent of the series that just came out. Spectacular. So good. So freaking good. And for my nonfiction, I'm gonna pick my grandfather's book, which is A Witness to a Century by Dieter A. Alsberg. Amazing, amazing book. And I'm not just saying that because it's my grandfather. I'm actually meaning it. It's an amazing book. It's about him living through a century of war, violence, just extraordinary scientific findings and just amazing, amazing things. And it also goes into my family, and it's just such an amazing book, and I really enjoyed reading it. And also, he mentions how he went to Scotland in it for one line, but he mentioned it. Hey, did I just bookmark that? I probably did. I did bookmark it. I did bookmark when my grandfather said he went to Scotland. And for a genre of my choosing, I'm gonna pick a historical fiction, which is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Outlander, you've changed my life for the better. Number 2 is you're at a bookstore and you hear a teenager yelling at their mom that they don't like to read. But their mom insists they get something. You walk over and recommend a book you think is great for people who aren't big on reading. What is the book? The Selection by Kiara Cass. I think this is a really easy read, and anybody really would like it just because it is a very easy read. And even if you don't really like reading, I think that there'll be connections for you in this book that you may like, you might find relatable or interesting, and it's not too hard of a book to like. It's a very easy, like I said, it's an easy read. It's very interesting, it has a good plot line, and has great romance. So definitely this one, and it's not very long at all. Number 3 is you're not feeling yourself and need a pick-me-up. Which book do you read to put yourself in a great mood? The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. No, I'm joking. This blood, guts, horror. I love it, but not in a good mood. But actually, Silent Echo by Elisa Freelich. I really enjoyed this book, and it has such a beautiful plot line and just brings tears to my eyes. Happy tears, not sad tears, but it's just such a beautiful story that I really just enjoyed reading and would enjoy it so many more times, and actually doing a read-along this month with this book. So I'm going to be reading it once again, even though I'm not sad right now and I don't really need to pick me up. I'm just gonna read it because, come on, it's an amazing, amazing book. Number 4 is you go back in time for a day to your teenage years. What book would you most likely have caught yourself reading? Well, I'm currently a teenager, but I would probably pick City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, because I guess I would be reading the series my teenage years, because I read the whole, well, I actually read the whole series over the course of a month, but still, yeah, I would probably see myself reading this book, or at least obsessing over it, because I sure as heck did that and created a fan page, which you should follow at the Shadowhunters. Just reached 100k followers on there, which is so crazy. Thank you guys so much. Number 5 is your friend surprises you with a 4-day trip. Oh, that's such a nice friend. Come on, friends. Come on, my friends. Let's surprise Sasha with a 4-day trip. And you have 1 hour to pack. Which book do you bring to read on the way? Probably The Witch's Glass Castle by Gabriella Lepore, because I have not read this book yet. And so if I had to pick a book to read, it would definitely be this one, because I still need to read it. And it's not that long at all. It's like 300 pages, and it's supposed to be really good. Ben from Benjamin Tomes always recommends this to me, and I'm really excited to be reading it this month. So stay tuned for a review on this. I'm definitely going to be doing one. But it is like an easy book, I guess, to read, because it's not very long. It has a really awesome plotline because the first page I read instantly drew me in and I'm like, oh my god, this book is gonna be so amazing. So yeah, definitely this book because I haven't read it yet, and if I was going on a 4-day trip, I would definitely bring this with me. Number 6 is your house has been robbed. Oh, dang. Dang. Don't worry, everyone is safe, but your bookshelf has been raided. Oh, those douchebags. What's a book you really hope is safe? My Divergent book, because this is signed by Theo James on the cover, and on the inside cover it's also signed by Theo James, and it's signed by Ansel Elgort and Veronica Roth. So if anybody steals this book, I'm gonna find you and I'm going to kill you. I'm kidding, I won't kill you, I would just smack you with this book in the face. Thank you, please don't steal this book. It really means a lot to me and I love it very much. Number 7 is your friend borrows a book and returns it in awful condition. Do you A, just pretend you haven't noticed? B, ask them to repurchase it, or C, secretly do the same to something of theirs. Secretly doing something to theirs, like heck yes, like, oh, you do this to my book, I'm gonna do it to your foe. No, I wouldn't do that. I would actually ask them to kindly replace it with the hardcover version if it was paperback, because it's most likely paperback if it was like return in awful condition, because we all know that paperbacks be very easily destroyable because they're paperbacks. So I would ask them to kindly replace it with a hardcover, and if there's a collector's edition of that book, the collector's edition. Thank you, friend, but you're probably not my friend if you ruined it. Kidding. But I'm not really a person that gets mad at my friends if they ruin something of mine. I may be disappointed, but I'm not gonna be like, how dare you? So just ask them to give me the money to replace it or something, because that would be the kind thing for them to do and would make me happy to have actually a good copy of that book. But my friends are all really good with my book, so I don't worry too much about that. So that is all for the Bookish Scenarios tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you liked all my answers, because I think that I did a pretty good job answering them. I hope I did, at least. Yeah, maybe. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!